Hi, this is Dr. MORGUS Rotten, the host of HELLYWOOD SLAB. This is a little bit of a different video. I'm going to talk to you for a moment about Evercade and the company Blaze and what's going on right now. A lot of the United States distributors that carry the system and the games has had to cancel the pre-orders for games that were coming out in June, including the Neo Geo collections and the Hyper Megatech Neo Geo handheld that we had all been waiting for. I had been waiting for Neo Geo games from the start of the Evercade. And there's a lot of talk with people talking about how Evercade is greedy because the prices on the games are going up and this and that. Let me explain something to you really quick. Evercade is not Nintendo. I understand Nintendo has a high price right now on the Switch 2 and the Switch 2 games, and they're insane. $249.99. You can argue whether that's a great deal or not. $80 for Super Mario Kart here in the United States. Again, I don't see the value, and I've supported Nintendo also from the start. I have a Switch and a pretty good sizable collection because the prices seemed fair to me. But Evercade is not in that same position right now. The only reason the prices of their stuff is going up right now is because of tariffs. They're not raising the prices, to the numbers that people are talking, $50, $60 a cartridge. That's added on stuff because of the tariffs. And to be honest with you, as a Evercade fan and supporter from the start, I personally will continue to support Evercade. I will support Blaze. And the reason being is because sooner or later, hopefully this market is going to normalize. And hopefully the games are going to go back to the regular prices because tariffs are going to get figured out and the orange man is going to stop going crazy. And I'm not saying that in a way because I'm trying to make fun of Trump. I just think that what he's doing with the tariffs and the fact that every day there seems to be a new number, the uncertainty of the market is just insane. It's really sad that companies like Songbird, Carl has been doing this for years, has to stop doing pre-orders due to the fact that you just don't know what's going to happen with stuff. Sorry, I had to adjust my camera there. The point being is that if everybody here in the United States were just to, stop supporting Blaze, it has the potential to completely muck up what has happened with the Evercade. And let's be honest, it's a situation that could potentially kill the Evercade. And that would really be a shame because they've built this company and worked hard to get us what we wanted. You got to remember, just because it's a business doesn't mean that the people that own it don't care about the fans or the people that are going into it. Obviously, the point of a business is to make money. But the guys at Evercade have listened to us and have talked to us and have been transparent about some things. I've seen people that have even told stories or, shared stories online about how their carts that were out of print, something went wrong with them and Evercade still replaced them. If it was Nintendo, Microsoft, or Xbox and they weren't printing the games anymore or whatnot, they wouldn't care. They would tell you to kick rocks. So Evercade has actually been a really cool company for me, and I have supported them from the start. Blaze built it. It was a cool console. I have my original Evercade. I got the VS. I've got the EXP so I've really enjoyed it. And if I have to import the games for the time being, I'll do it. And you got to remember, though, ladies and gentlemen, this is not a situation where Blaze is being greedy. This is a situation where tariffs and political clout is causing this to happen. So don't let this kind of thing kill the little guy. Blaze is not a multi-billion-dollar corporation like Sony, Nintendo, and Microsoft. These guys actually do still work for a living, and they still get contracts and get us the stuff we asked for. I'm still waiting for Sega, guys, by the way. But the point being is, at the end of the day, if you really are a fan, okay, and you're not just collecting these just for some kind of investment or whatnot, you really should consider supporting Blaze. Because if you don't, it could really hurt the company so bad that they just go away. And then that would really suck because we would no longer have the Evercade. And I know this is a little bit of a different video. This has nothing to do with horror movies or whatever. But Blood Omen, Legacy of Kain, Splatterhouse, those are on there. And Blaze worked hard to get those things for us. I mean, we have Metal Slug and all of those, Magician Lord and some great stuff coming up. Blaze worked hard to get us those Neo Geo games. So here in the United States, you really should support the Evercade if you started supporting the Evercade from the start. Because at the end of the day, this is the only way that Blaze is going to pull through, because they could potentially lose so much money right now that it could tank the company. And I would hate to see that happen, because they really have worked very hard for us. But anyway, so there's your update on what's going on. I mean, video games right now are just insane because of the tariffs. And Blaze, their cartridges, unfortunately, use parts and are manufactured in China. So you're guaranteed that the tariffs are going to slam them. The question is whether you're loyal or, you just move on to the next thing. I hope that a year, 2 years from now, Blaze is still around and maybe we have Evercade 2 or whatever the deal may be. But yeah, I'll be importing those games if I can. And, I'm hoping that, Songbird and the other stores in the United States that were carrying Evercade can get it sorted out. Anyway, this has been a news brief about what's going on with the video games because of the tariffs. And I hope that you all, can still continue to enjoy your hobbies and do what you need to do. And this has been Dr. Morgus Rotten for the Hollywood Slab, and stay scared.